Hello, girls and boys. Come closer. You're going to want to take this in. I'm getting ready to give you something that you can use completely for free. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to pull my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag in all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 10, Episode 13, which is the actual reunion of Season 10. But like I said, come in closer. Come on, whore. Come on, come closer. Because I'm getting ready to give you a moment that is completely teachable, and this is something you're going to be able to use for the rest of your life. And it's free. It's free. I'm not going to charge you anything. Now, the two people that this actually happened with was my absolute favorite person from Season 10 and a bitch that I completely forgot about in Season 10. That right there is the read, okay? So, the lesson is when you decide to read a bitch, make sure you have all of your ducks lined up. It's cool because, reading a bitch is fundamental and it's cool. You want to make sure you get her and you get the bitch good. But in turn, you don't ever want to leave yourself open for a bitch to turn around and read you the fuck down. And this is what happened. Let me paint the picture for you. All the girls are out, okay? And we got the girls, and it was fun shade. There was a situation of fun shade and reading, but literally it turned around because the bitch who did the reading left herself wide open and got her ass spanked on national television. Okay, so like I said, it starts off with Calorie Kardashian, I believe is her whole name. Yeah, Calorie. She's sitting over there in her blue hair, honey. And she says to my absolute favorite, Miss Vanjie. She says to Vanjie, girl, you're the first queen in the history of RuPaul's Drag Race whose tagline was on the show longer than they were. Now that's the read, because Miss Vanjie went home first. And they always get the girls who go home first. They always read them. And it just so happened, Calorie is the one who actually sent Miss Vanjie home, honey, in the lip sync showdown. So it was a total read until Vanjie said yes. But I went viral. What was your name again, honey? Read her ass down to the dirt, bitch. I said, oh, because, bitch, honestly, when all the girls were sitting out, I didn't even remember Miss Calorie. I didn't remember her. I had to actually go back in my memory bank and say, what did this bitch do? What happened with this whore? She was the second one to go home. So, there's a lesson for you. It's okay to read a bitch down when you got something that on her and you can read her. But just make sure when you're reading the bitch, don't leave yourself open to be obliviated right afterwards. Miss Vanjie let her have it, which is why she's my favorite. I don't give a goddamn what happens from here, and I've told you all this. I don't care what happens. I don't care about that top four that's there. I don't care which one of those bitches that Ru decides to put the crown on. The winner of Season 10 of RuPaul's Drag Race is Miss Vanessa Vanjie Mateo. Yes. That is the winner of season 10. I don't give a shit what happens from here. I really don't. But let's have some fun. Okay, so we got all the girls. I'm just going to go through these outfits first off. First one, and actually the worst one. The worst dressed bitch in the whole place was Yahuwah. I think that's how you say her name. I've messed up her name since the season started. The Asian child. Who in the fuck told this bitch to show up as the little girl from the ring? I was just done with that. I was like, bitch, why? Why? There's only one Sharon Needles. And beyond that, I'm just tapped out with it. I'm not going nowhere dressed as the little girl from the ring. She looked just as spooky and just as dirty and just as climbed out of the sewer as that bitch from the ring. It was horrible. Horrible. And why you did that, I have no idea. Well, people will probably remember you, girl. They probably won't remember your name, but you remember that bitch who was dressed up like that bitch from the ring? That'll be you, bitch. Mayhem. And I was Team Mayhem in the beginning. Where the fuck you get that wig at, man? Child, I said, she done took Tina's wig, blew it out, and it was giving me disco. And I was just like, I don't know. I just didn't. It may have just been the color. I think I probably would have liked it if it was a different color on Mayhem, because with the colors that she uses for her face and then the color of the wig, she just came across completely orange. Like everything was orange. It was very much a la Coco Montrese. I was like, okay, girl. No, ma'am. Monet, I love you, girl. You listen to the people instead of going on and doing what you do. I want the pussycat wig back. I think Monet looks nice in the short pixie wigs. I think they look nice on her. Dark ones or the colored ones. I think that looks nice on her. This origami inspired purse that you had on your head, I couldn't get with it. And it was so, like, it was black. I mean, a number one, baby. It was staunch black. It was set up on her head. She looked like an Asian soldier. I wasn't with that. That was truly a helmet. I didn't like that. And that outfit, we ain't gonna talk about that outfit Monday. You'd be missing on them outfits, girl. That fabric you got to come up from out of the back of Joanne's, girl. Come on up out of the back of Joanne's, ma'am. Stop it. Monique, trash. Trash. It literally took me till the last 15 minutes of the program to actually realize that Monique was dressed as a box of popcorn. A box of popcorn. Girl, why? And then the eye makeup, her center portion of her eye was done in yellow, but it was literally like way off. Like it was like yellow damn near halfway across her eyelid on one and just a stripe of yellow on the other. Trash. Trash. And I guess we'll use the excuse of not having money again. I ain't trying to hear that, bitch. You've been gone for what? This shit was filmed. You had what, 7, 8 months to actually get an outfit together, and this is the best you do, a box of popcorn. But like I said, it took me until literally the last 15 minutes of the hour and a half that this was on to figure out that was actually a box of popcorn. That was a fail. That was definitely a boot. Vanjie, clean. Clean, clean, clean. Bitch, I was living for the red hair, bitch, and that red lip, and the veil. Bitch, I was living for all of that you were giving this thing. Living. I was living for it. Now, I ain't gonna let her slide because she did a strapless dress. You girls in these teddies, these literally not wearing teddies, I don't understand the flat chest. Because you don't have to have extremely huge boobs. It's not huge boobs is not necessary. But just literally putting on a girl's top and you're just flat chested, I just can't get with it. But I guess this is the new thing. But Vanjie's, she used makeup to cover her tattoos. And the stage lighting, we could see the tattoo showing through. So that kind of threw off some things. But when you had the veil on, bitch, I was all in. I was all in. I lived for what you were given. Blair, girl, Miss Blair's just kind. Miss Blair is cunt. Out the back door, baby. She sit over there giving you Nicole Kidman. I said, girl, yes. That white skin and that red hair. I said, girl, get down, honey. Asia looked nice. She was painted. Asia was painted for the kids in the cheap seats, honey. She was painted. And that hair was waved to. I said, okay, bitch. And, I lived for all the foxtails and all the beads and the baubles and all the rhymes. I said, girl, yes, ma'am. Old drag, honey. And now this is the funny part. What Asia was given is what I was expecting from Mayhem. Because, Mayhem is right up my alley. When she first came with her velvet gown and her Shirley Ralph hair, I said, bitch, please, yes. I expected the outfit that Asia wore on Mayhem. I don't know. I just did. Eureka was Eureka. Hair was flawless. Her hair was flawless, and it wasn't one of those loafs. They always read her and say they get tired of her loafs. She didn't have a loaf. She had a full-on pageant updo, and it was blonde, and it was beautiful. She was a little too dragged out for me. It was a lot of. She needed to pull back sometime on the embellishment, but that's my thing. She was drag. She was drag. Drag. They always say go to the 15. I'm one of the queens that kind of rests right there around the 11 and the 12, maybe. I don't need my earring literally be resting on my shoulder, holding it up. That's just not my thing. So she had like an earring here and then an earring here. I was like, girl, take that one off and we'd be cool. But that hair was gorgeous. I love the cut of the gown she had on. It just had too many embellishments for me. Because, you run that risk of looking clownish. And that's when drag goes to that 15, it goes into the realm of clownishness. And that's not my thing. Cracker, okay. She kind of muted herself. It was all nude. Like, it was all nude and stones. And then her hair was like darn near platinum. Blonde, but it was very long, like Crystal Gale long. And it just kind of, she got swallowed up in what was going on. She just was kind of muted, but it wasn't bad. Dusty, I'm going to give the pass to for the clown thing because that's what Dusty gives. The hair going on. Dusty was Dusty. Dusty was doing what Dusty does and what we've known her for. And it just kind of worked. And it was so neat. Like, it's the clown look, but bitch, it was neat. Like, like somebody airbrushed her together. So we'll take it. The Vixen, trash. Y'all already know, child. And I'm going to get to that bitch in just a few shakes, honey. But trash. Absolute trash. That hair, what? Started off good, ended up bad. Girl, trash. And the color. Okay, ma'am. Looked like it needed a toner, but anyway. Yeah, that's what it was given. Trash can couture, honey. Aquaria. I get you now. She's a looks queen. And that bitch can pull off a look. She'll put you in the mood. She pulls a look. She's like an editorial model. She just pulls off looks. But this one I didn't understand. It was kind of so underrated for what she was doing. She sit over there looking like Crocodile Dundee. I was like, all right, Aquaria, I guess. And it made her look old. Like it was an older look for her. So it was very Crocodile Dundee for me. I said, okay, girl, but maybe that's what she was wanting to give. Calorie was just big and junky and cheap and clownish. That's all it was. Drag. Like drag. Big blue hair, big, very, very campy and just, yeah. It looked like if you stood up close to her, she might have smelled like moth flakes. Child, I feel like I'm just reading and reading and reading, but this is just what I saw. I'm sorry, you guys. Anyway, Cameron, I hated it. I hated it. And Cameron is, for me, Cameron's all the whole time. Cameron's been hit or miss, and this is a miss. It was just she just was blending in with the background, and it was giving very. Then that headpiece, when I got up on it and I'm looking, it was just giving me American Horror Story. It was like that whole American Horror Story Roanoke thing. That's what it kind of gave me, like down in the woods. I was like, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, and yeah, no, ma'am. And while I'm speaking about Cameron, that whole personality list thing came up with her, and how she doesn't really deal with people, she doesn't really talk to people and all that. So that's going to, I see, carry over into her career. Don't look so hot. It's not so good. But when at the end of this whole thing, when Rue actually asked the full panel, who do you think should be the next drag superstar? And all the girls said who and why. Of the four, not one person said Cameron's name. And this was the look on her face. I said, oh. I kind of felt bad for her, but that look on her face said it all. I said, Anyway, okay, so anyway, let's do this. First funny thing that stuck out to me was when the Queen of Excuses, when they got to her and that bitch said, do we have to re-roll this tape? Did we already see this? Miss Monique Hart, honey. Did we already see this, honey? When she got that, I wanna cut you the field, that song. Oh, that fucked up cartwheel and all that bullshit that was going on, and she didn't know the words and all. Child, they rolled the tape back again, and she was like, well, I was up all night trying to get that outfit together, and this, that, thing, the other. And honey, Rue was like, this, and I did the cartwheel, but I didn't want to kick her, so that's how I messed up my cartwheel. And then Rue was like, but then your wig fell off too, didn't it, bitch? I was like, oh, girl, Queen of Excuses, Miss Thing. Bye, girl. And that's how I felt when it happened. Bye, girl. Queen of Excuses. Absolute Queen of Excuses. Get on out of here, bitch. Now, the big blow up. Well, let's hold off on that. We'll talk about the big blow up in a minute. There were some sad things that we had to go through that I hated having to relive again. We had to talk about Dusty's situation with conversion therapy and that whole experience, and finding out that Dusty still basically really longs for acceptance and camaraderie with his own actual family, his birth family. He still longs for that and doesn't have that. So that's really sad. I hated having to sit through that again. We had to live through that again. Monique, that whole thing. Now his mother knows that he does drag and all of that, but she's not happy, and he's longing for his mother's approval, which is something he's probably never going to get. She's a minister, so she's probably never going to get that. That was really sad, and I was like hating that. And then Blair Sinclair, we had to go through the whole rape thing again, and then finding that she actually had been turned into alcoholism toward that. It was sad to go through that again, but the one good thing is that she addressed it, is that once since she's gone home, she's been going, working toward the alcoholism and getting that all straight as she's been sober. So that was really good, and I was glad to hear that. But all three of those things I really hated living through again, because it was rough enough doing that during the show. But, it's cool. It's cool. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the bullshit. The bullshit, which is the Vixen. Y'all know I ain't like the Vixen. Didn't care for her from the time she walked out there. I came to fight. I'm like, you mean to tell me, that myself, as well as 95,000 other people, put in audition tapes, and this is what you brought on here, Rue? Some crazy whore screaming and yelling, acting all crazy, wearing trash, acting like trash. I just didn't see it. I don't know. And I know she takes a political stand. She speaks out for things, and I'm thinking this is why, this is one of the little political things, is how she ended up getting on the show, because it surely wasn't for talent and it surely wasn't for looks. Those are not the two things. Those two criteria went out the window getting her on. Now the bitch is good TV. She is good reality TV. Brought her in there, and I guess that's why she got on, because this is, at the end of the day, it's a competition, but it is a reality show. And I think we forget that sometimes. But this is what the whole thing went on. It came back to this thing with her and Eureka, and when all that went down, how Eureka lured her, and she did. She lured her into an argument and then sat back and played the victim. But isn't that the reality TV game? That is the reality TV game. So kudos to Eureka, and the vixen allowed herself to be sucked in because you already had some underlying bullshit when you come in the door against Eureka. And you admitted to that. You already had an issue with Eureka before anything ever started. So you were picking at Eureka. And she just played you. She played the game. And she's a manipulative whore. And she did what she had to do. And she got you all live and wired and then gave you as you live whore. Now watch how I do this. And she switched it up on you and helped everybody to that plateau of hating you so much. And it worked. And then you came on here today where you could have switched it all around and you fucked it up again and made sure that we didn't like you. This time you came in, you want to argue with her. Eureka's trying to apologize. She was trying to apologize to you yet again, trying to apologize to you, trying to diffuse it, trying to move it along and not wanting to go too deep into it. But you didn't want to do that. You wanted to be in it because you were mad all over again when you watched it again as to how she played you and how it played out and all this shit that you didn't see on social media and all that, and your ass was mad again, and you came in there with that bullshit, and then this time you really went there because you love to make a statement, and the statement you were going to make was that you shut Rue down. Bitch, that was the biggest mistake in the world. That was the biggest. It was fine. If you would have got on there and cussed Eureka out or got on there and smacked Eureka, any of that, bitch, you really want to go over the top, walk over there and smack that bitch. Because we ain't never had that. We ain't had nobody actually get popped on RuPaul's Drag Race. Bitch, you want to shake it up? Go over there and smack Eureka's eyelash off. Smack that bitch's eyelash down in her damn lap. But don't go over there fucking with Rue. But you got to going back and forth with Rue. And then gonna shut Rue down. You know what? Well, I came here. I was like, where's she going, honey? When her voice got calm, I said, this bitch should practice this, honey. I came here to say thank you to my fans for all their support and really all of that. I was here for my fans. And now that I've done that, y'all can have it. I'm done. And got up and walked out in the middle of Rue talking to her. I said, oh, bitch, you're finished. You're finished. Bitch, you're done. Now, y'all laugh and y'all key-hee about Tyra. Baby, you just made Tyra look like a superstar. Bitch, you, my dear, are done. You are done. And I was sitting here when it cut to commercial. I was like, that bitch is finished. She is finished. Finito. Bye, bitch. See you all. She's done. Girl, you may have just revived Tyra's career, honey. Because you will definitely be the girl that everybody loves to hate, honey. I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, sure of it when it came back from the commercial break. And then Asia gets back and forth with Rue. And I'm like, Asia, you might want to shut up now too. You may want to just leave it alone. And I'm understanding what she was saying. Oh, we should be helping each other, this, that, and the other. But she didn't got all up in her feelings because she really does like the vixen and they really are friends. But now you're combating Rue the week before the goddamn finale. So pretty much, Asia, We know that you're the fourth place for, and I don't think Ru got really mad at Asia, but girl, I'm gonna go on and pin you in, honey, for fourth place on the finale next week, girl. Lord have mercy. And then that was that. And when Ru was talking, Ru was done with the vixen. Do you hear me? There's been very few times that I've actually heard Ru speak of or to or about a girl where he's just done with the vixen. Done. She's finished. World of Wonder, girl, we're gonna be wondering what happened to you, bitch. She's done. And if she ain't, I'll be really, really surprised. She done. Ruth sat right up there. Well, they were going by. I told a girl when she was saying, I never got in a fight the whole time. You know, she likes to play them little semantics. I never got in a fight the whole time. And because she said, Ruth said, you came here, said you came to fight. Well, I never got in a fight the whole time. And Ruth said, yeah, but you instigated. You were an instigator. I said, And she said, but I didn't, and there ain't nothing wrong with saying the truth. And Ruth said, yeah, but there's times when you could just not say anything. And she was steady playing these semantics with Ru. I'm like, girl, I know you know Ru's too smart for this, honey. But no, I guess she don't know because she's another one of them bitches that thinks she's the smartest girl in the room, which is why World of Wonder, girl, we're going to be wondering what happened with you, but that's okay. So that was that. She went out, and then Ru, I'll say, when Ru got to talking to Asia, baby, she dropped something on y'all, honey, and it hit me in my spirit. I said, bitch, you ain't never said more of a mouthful, honey. I walk that walk every day, and I understand when that bitch said, listen, there's a way to do everything. And getting up and running out is not it. You got to stand there and you got to fix it, and you got to know how to deal with people and keep it moving. She said, I was discriminated against by whites for being black. I was discriminated by blacks for being gay. And then I was discriminated by the gays for being femme. I said, bitch, say it again. Say the shit again. That is the story of every black drag queen pretty much that I know of, honey. I said, Lord have mercy. But I never, had to put into words like that. That motherfucking Ru, child. Y'all know I live for Ru. Live for the bitch and what she does with words. Where she mixes, and I'm pretty good with mixing words and saying things in my own little way. But Ru is like the master of tweaking and switching words and getting you to see what you're talking about. That bitch is the master. She's the master. And on that right there, that's basically all that really went down with the reunion. It was really good. This is, for me, this was the best reunion that they've done thus far. And not just because of the drama. It just was good. It was just good. It was I was engaged. I was engaged. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this reunion. It was good. And it's going to be fun to see what actually happens with this. Which one of these whores is going to actually win? I don't know. And honestly, again, y'all don't have to ask me. I don't care. I don't care which one of them wins. It's cool. It's cool. Whichever one wins is fine because my winner is Vanjie. 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 That's my winner for season 10. So we'll see who Ru chooses. That's it. That's all I got for this season. But I do believe pinned at the bottom for number 4, Miss Asia O'Hara, child. But we'll see. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Ru. All right, you guys. I'll catch y'all next week for the damn grand finale of season 10. All right, later.